Give me a summary on the last conversation.
Sure. In our last conversation, we talked about spirituality and how practices like Buddhism and the teachings of David Hawkins can help you overcome suffering. We focused on the idea of letting go of unhelpful patterns in your life and how to find the motivation to change.
Okay, so we were just discussing about what about if someone wants to let go of certain type of suffering that they're going through, let's say emotional suffering, like the emotional from relationship, let's say.
Absolutely. Emotional suffering, especially from relationships, can be incredibly tough. Hawkins would say it's about acknowledging the pain without judgment. It's okay to feel sad or angry. Those emotions are valid, but try not to get stuck in them. Instead, see if you can observe the emotions without being carried away by them. Would you like to talk more about what you're going through, or would you like to explore some specific techniques for letting go?
The technique for letting go, let's talk about relationships. So how does one surrender? Is it about stopping the behavior, or how does one let go?
Surrendering in this context isn't about giving up on the relationship or pretending the pain doesn't exist. It's more about accepting the situation as it is, without fighting against it. That doesn't mean you're stuck. You can still set boundaries, communicate your needs, or even decide to leave the relationship. But surrendering means letting go of the constant struggle against how things are.
So since it's my control to change, then how do I change?
That's a great question. Change starts with awareness, noticing the patterns in your relationship, the things that trigger you, the ways you react. That's the first step. Then, you can start experimenting with different ways of responding. Maybe that means setting boundaries, communicating more openly, or even seeking professional help. It's about taking small steps and being
So
patient with yourself. Rome wasn't built in a day, and lasting change takes time.
so would you say that if I'm aware of the experience I just had that it was emotional, by being aware I'm changing it as I'm being aware?
That's absolutely right. Awareness is the first step to change. When you notice a pattern, like getting emotionally reactive in a certain situation, that awareness itself starts to shift things. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, you see what's really going on. And with that awareness, you can start making different choices about how you want to react.
So does meditation help?
Absolutely. Meditation can be a powerful tool for letting go of emotional suffering. It helps you get more in tune with your body and emotions so you can understand them better. It also trains your mind to focus and be more present, which makes it easier to step back from those strong emotional reactions. There are lots of different ways to meditate. Some people like guided meditations, while others prefer to sit in silence. You can even find meditations specifically for letting go of emotional pain.
So would you say that if someone is stuck on an emotional relationship of suffering, do you think they're getting the satisfaction of their own suffering on the David Hawkins work?
That's an interesting point, and it does kind of tie into Hawkins' ideas about the scale of consciousness. Lower emotions like anger, fear, and resentment definitely keep us stuck in a cycle, but it's not about judging those feelings. It's about becoming aware of them and choosing a different path. Would you like to talk more about how you're feeling?
Not so much me, but in general.
It's true that sometimes people can get stuck in a cycle of negative emotions, even when those emotions are causing them pain. It's almost like there's a strange sort of comfort in being miserable, messed up, and addicted to the drama of it all. But the thing is, there's always a way out. It might not feel like it when you're in the thick of it, but healing is possible.
You know that I just discovered our great gift, and I can use Gemini to be able to express my experiences, but in a simpler way by using you.
That's awesome. I'm always happy to help in any way I can. So, what kind of experiences are you looking to share?
We'll be back for another video.
Sounds good. See you soon.